What happens when celebrities meet their crushes? Not fans meeting stars, stars meeting stars they've obsessed over for years. From Billie Eilish freezing up with Justin Bieber to Lizzo sliding into Chris Evans' DMs, this video is full of wild, cute, and totally awkward moments you won't believe. Alright, let's kick things off with a fan moment that went totally viral. Okay, so imagine being totally obsessed with someone growing up, like posters on the wall. Knowing all their songs, crying when you see their music videos, kind of obsessed. That was Billie Eilish with Justin Bieber.
So you're a fan of Justin Bieber's, and he just started following you on today, right? He just started following you?
She said in interviews that she was a hardcore believer as a kid. Her room was basically a shrine to him. And honestly, haven't we all had that one celebrity we were obsessed with when we were younger?
I know.
Hey, his butt has been on.
Yeah, his butt has been on that seat before. But you will meet.
Now, fast forward a few years, and Billie Eilish becomes famous herself. Like, really famous. She's winning Grammys, headlining festivals, and living her dream. But even with all the success, she's still that same girl inside who cried over Justin Bieber's songs. So when she finally got the chance to meet him in person at Coachella, yeah, it was a whole thing. There's a video from that moment that went viral. You see Billie standing there, and then Justin just walks up to her and hugs her. And she totally freezes, like she's not even talking, just holding on to him with the biggest eyes ever. She looked like she was about to burst into tears. And honestly, she did cry later. She told everyone that meeting him made her feel like her entire childhood just clicked into place. But Lizzo, straight up drunk, messaged Captain America. Okay, so Lizzo is literally all of us when it comes to having a celebrity crush. Her crush, Captain America himself, Chris Evans, and she didn't even try to hide it. One night, Lizzo was feeling a little bold and a little tipsy, so she slid into Chris Evans' DMs on Instagram. Yes, full-on drunk DM. She sent a flirty message with some emojis and just went for it. Honestly, who hasn't imagined DMing their celeb crush? But here's the twist. He actually replied. Not only did he respond, but he was super sweet about it. He laughed it off and played along, and fans went crazy over it. Everyone online started shipping them instantly, calling them Liz Evans, and begging for a real-life meetup. Lizzo, of course, totally owned the whole thing. She shared screenshots, joked about it on TikTok, and kept the energy fun and positive. She even made videos pretending she was pregnant with Captain America's baby. It was all hilarious, and so on brand for her. And while they haven't officially met in person yet, the internet is still rooting for them, whether it's as friends, flirty pen pals, or the cutest couple ever. People love the idea of them together.
Lizzo, and she asked you to play piano on her new album.
But now, imagine crushing on someone you literally work with every day. Yes, Emma Watson had a full-on schoolgirl crush on Tom Felton, aka Draco Malfoy. While filming the early Harry Potter movies, Emma had a major crush on her co-star Tom Felton. Yup, Draco Malfoy himself.
Really terrible crush on Tom Felton.
But you know why? Because girls love a bad guy.
We love a bad guy, and he was a few years older, and he had a stick.
She admitted in interviews that she used to get butterflies every time he walked into the room. She even said she'd look at the call sheet just to see if he'd be filming that day. It's honestly the cutest thing ever.
You had a crush on him.
With a backward cap, on a skateboard, and I just don't know how to say it.
Emma was around 10 or 11 when her crush started, and she said it lasted for a few years. What makes it even more adorable is that Tom actually knew about it, but instead of making it awkward, he was super kind and gentle with her. He treated her like a little sister, which is both sweet and slightly heartbreaking at the same time.
Is that he'd tell everyone, he's like, oh, I see her in like a younger sisterly way, and it just broke my heart. Still does.
Fans have been obsessed with their chemistry for years. Even though they never officially dated, people still ship them as Dramione. a combo of their characters' names, Draco and Hermione. And honestly, the way they talk about each other in interviews totally fuels the rumors.
I think I was in the hair and makeup chair, and someone said something along the lines of, yeah.
Even now, years after the movies ended, Emma and Tom have stayed super close. They hang out, post photos together, and always speak fondly of each other. There's this one photo of them at the beach where Emma is in pajamas and Tom is teaching her how to play the guitar, and fans completely lost it. But get this, even Shawn Mendes, the king of cool, turned into a blushing mess when he met Emma Watson. You'd think that someone like Shawn Mendes, who's super famous, crazy talented, and loved by millions, wouldn't get nervous around anyone. But turns out, even heartthrobs get shy when they meet their crush. For Shawn, that crush has always been Emma Watson. Yes, Hermione Granger herself. In interviews, whenever someone asked him who his celebrity crush was, he didn't even hesitate. He always said Emma Watson.
Who was your first celebrity crush?
Emma Watson.
And it wasn't just a casual answer either. You could tell he really meant it. He talked about how smart, beautiful, and inspiring she was, and how he'd love to meet her one day. Well, that day finally came. Shawn was at an event where Emma was also attending, and when they met, it was like every fangirl's dream, but in reverse. He was the one fangirling.
You should have grown up watching her.
Congratulations on your success.
Oh, Jesus.
He later said in an interview that it was the best day of his life. And honestly, you could tell he wasn't kidding. He looked so excited and kind of blushed whenever people asked him about it later. It was adorable.
And I got to meet her like a year ago, 2 years ago, and I was shaking. Totally shaking. She had no idea.
Even though there weren't a ton of pictures or videos from their interaction, fans were obsessed. The internet exploded with posts like Shawn Mendes meets his queen, and people kept asking if something romantic would ever happen between them. Of course, nothing ever did, at least that we know of. Okay, now imagine you've been a fan of someone for years. Like, you've watched all their movies, followed them on Instagram, and even joked about wanting to meet them someday. That's how Adele felt about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Adele has mentioned in interviews before that she loves The Rock, not just because he's a big-time movie star or a wrestling legend, but because he seems like the nicest guy ever. She said he's funny, kind, and just super cool. But here's the thing, they had never met. Even though both of them are huge celebrities, their paths never crossed. And Adele used to talk about how sad that made her.
Someone I've never met that I think I would actually cry. Who is The Rock?
Now jump to the 2023 Grammys. Adele was sitting in the audience, looking all elegant and calm. What she didn't know was that the producers had planned a surprise for her.
The person that Adele has always wanted to meet, but never have, is Dwayne Johnson. You've never met him.
While the show was going on, the host suddenly said something like, "There's someone here who's been dying to meet you." And then out walks The Rock.
Adele meet The Rock, The Rock meet Adele. First time ever.
Adele's reaction? Priceless. Her eyes went huge. Her mouth dropped open, and she looked like she couldn't believe what was happening. And then The Rock just walked right over and gave her the warmest hug ever. You could tell it wasn't fake or for show. She was genuinely emotional. That moment hit her heart. And if you thought that was emotional, wait till you see Ariana Grande full-on cry when she meets Jim Carrey. So, we all have that one celeb who totally shaped our childhood. For Ariana Grande, that person was Jim Carrey. Yes, Ace Ventura, The Mask, The Grinch, that Jim Carrey. Ariana grew up watching all his movies and was completely obsessed. She said in interviews that she used to watch his films on repeat and that he always made her feel better, especially when she was having a bad day.
He's so fucking brilliant. As he put it, I'm quoting him, take all of these broken pieces of himself and apply them to these different...
His goofiness, his energy, his facial expressions, she just adored everything about him. And honestly, who can blame her? Jim Carrey is a legend.
Cool.
this is a good one. Who was my first celebrity crush?
All right, I'm gonna show yours.
Now, fast forward to adult Ariana. She's one of the biggest pop stars in the world. She's performing at award shows, topping the charts, and winning Grammys. But deep down, she's still that little girl who worships Jim Carrey. So when she finally got to meet him in real life, she literally said she cried like a baby, not even joking. Those were her exact words. She met him and just burst into tears because it was such a big moment for her. But the best part? Jim was super kind and gentle with her. He gave her a big hug and totally understood how emotional she was. He wasn't awkward or weird about it. He just made her feel seen. And then something even cooler happened. They actually worked together. Ariana got to appear on Jim's TV show Kidding, and she called it a dream come true. She even said she had to pinch herself on set because she couldn't believe she was acting next to her hero. But now, what if your celeb crush actually becomes your girlfriend? Well, for Joe Jonas, that dream actually came true. Back in the day, Joe Jonas was super famous as 1/3 of the Jonas Brothers. Every teen was either crushing on Joe, Nick, or Kevin, but Joe himself had his eyes on someone else, actress Camilla Bell. He said in interviews that he thought she was beautiful and super talented. Basically, total crush vibes. Then, fate stepped in. Camilla was cast in the Jonas Brothers music video for Love Bug, and that's where things started to get interesting. They met on set while filming the video, and apparently, there was instant chemistry.
So close, but you were far away.
Like Joe was already crushing on her, but now they were actually spending time together, talking, and getting to know each other. Not long after that, the rumors started flying. And they were true. Joe and Camilla started dating in real life. Yes, the guy who used to just admire her from afar was now literally dating her. How wild is that? For a while, they were kind of the it couple. Paparazzi caught them going on dates, traveling together, and just being super cute. Fans were kind of shocked, but also excited to see Joe's crush turn into a real relationship. Of course, like most young celebrity couples, it didn't last forever. They eventually broke up, and Joe even hinted at the breakup in some of his music later on. But still, no drama, no messy ending, just two people who gave it a shot. Which moment was your favorite? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss more fun videos like this.